This is Function Hall Radio.
Give me a chance, I'm on my way. I'ma be famous one day. I'll be on stage, they'll say my name. I'ma be famous one day. I'ma be famous. I'ma be famous one day. I'ma be famous. I'ma be famous one day. Yeah.
Welcome everybody. Kamusta sa inyong lahat? This is 95.5 Pinas FM. You are tuned into Function Hall Radio. This is Gus.
This is Josh.
And today we got a very special one for you guys. It's our last artist featured show for 2020.
Whoa.
Oh my God. And you know how special it is. We actually recorded this a little while back. Kuya Josh went all the way to Arizona along with Sarah. And our guest for today is Balisong Musik. So it's our very first travel show. Kuya Josh, what was Arizona like?
Man, Arizona was not, you know how they usually say Arizona's hot. I fortunately went when it wasn't. It was like beautiful out there. Made me want to buy a cactus. But cactuses are so expensive, bro. It's like $400 per foot. And you're not going to get like a 2-foot cactus. You're going to get like a 15-foot cactus, bro. It's like buying a car. So yes, no cactus for me. But Arizona was dope. Balisong Musik. Yeah. Cool people.
I was pretty interested too, but unfortunately once I saw that down payment on that cactus.
It's like buying a Tesla, bro.
And it's all natural too. Oh my gosh, man! It's also our last playlist of the year, or our last new one at least. Next week we have something special cooking up for everybody. So keep it locked. This is a brand new playlist, everybody. You're listening to 95.5 Pinas FM. This is Function Hall Radio.
Input the scenery, enhance my point of view. Know what it means to me to yearn for something new. Each time I take it outside, I'm losing the fight. It feels like I'm pulling teeth. It's just the regular vibe, but my turnaround time is closer than it'll ever be. It feels like a crime to lay around 365. No, I don't know why you do it. Got no aim, no fear. Just looking for a better day. No aim, no fear. Just looking for a better day. It feels like a crime to lay around 365. No aim, no fear. Just looking for a better day. Where I gotta stay. Don't worry, I'ma be fine. Just need a little time to try to find a better day. It feels like a crime to lay around 365. No, I don't know why you do it. Got no aim, no fear. Just looking for a better day. No aim, no fear. Just looking for a better day. It feels like a crime to lay around 365. No aim, no fear. Just looking for a better day.
So let's talk about all those things we said as your cheeks were turning red, and how you smiled at me with subtlety, and I turned away instead. So I could realize my place as I lie down upon this bed. So you can compromise your place as to my chest under your head. So let's talk about all those things we did with the time that we had left, and how the blades of grass and starlight kept us company instead. Where my selfish heart had gone for, I'd have typically fled, but those lips would bring me back to life before the night was dead. Don't say love, don't say love, love. Don't say love, no. Don't say love, love. So let's talk about what we should have said while the world was turning red, and how you gave to me your heart and I gave half of mine instead. Kissed you on the cheek and said goodnight, just thinking what the hell. Should I walk away and escape, or should I turn around and yell? Don't say love, don't say love, love. Don't say love, don't say love, love. Don't say it's dangerous to say out loud, this could only just get worse. Don't say it's dangerous to say out loud, men have died for lesser words. Don't say it's dangerous to say out loud, this could only just get worse. It's too dangerous to say out loud, men have died for lesser words.
Unlimited local music.
Local music.
OPM hits.
Label your OPM playlist. 95.5 Pinas FM.
And welcome back, everybody. This is 95.5 Pinas FM. You are tuned into Function Hall Radio. This is still Gus.
This is still Josh.
And what you just heard was this brand new fire playlist, last one of 2020. So please savor it. If you guys missed any of the stuff, if you guys want to check out these artists, hit up Kuya Josh because he got the stuffs for y'all.
Yep. Twitter at the Function Hall, Facebook and Instagram Function Hall Radio. And don't forget, you can also play this playlist on Spotify and wherever you stream your podcasts.
Yes. And, you know, I don't know. We didn't really talk about it much, but Kuya Josh, we're not together.
Oh, no. Yeah, we trying to keep safe.
Yeah, we're trying
Sorry,
to
Gus, I didn't bring you any pasalubong from Arizona, but I did bring pasalubong for myself.
Oh, thanks, Kuya Josh.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, man.
My pockets ain't empty, cuz.
Hopefully this little virtual thing still got the same effect. You know, hopefully we still sound and look just as good. I do miss being together, but, you know, we doing it all for the safety, and hope you guys are well too, especially in these holidays. Remember to stay safe, mask up, do all of that, and you know, hopefully we'll all do 2021 together once again.
Yay.
Oh man, so we got a really dope interview coming up by Balisong Musik. We'll be joined by WLFTOWN and Rae Rae, live with Kuya Josh and Ate Sarah, but with me still here in my room. Remember the shows? I forgot we recorded this like when, like few
November.
months ago. Yeah, last month already. Man, so it was actually super fun just to talk to them up in their studio. So that was can't wait for you guys to listen to it. So, Kuya Josh, you was talking
Hmm.
about Pasalubong, but what you got there?
Man, I don't know. Not trying to flex or anything. You should have been out in Arizona with me, cause boom, Balisong tea, bro,
The
made
merch.
in the Philippines. This ain't regular cotton, yo. This is like that legit stuff that's made in the Philippines, high quality, not gonna shrink. Balisong. I think Ate Rae Rae actually she designed this. Look at that. Boom. You should
Oh,
have came through, bro. You should have came through.
damn! And you didn't get some for me?
My bad, Brody.
Man, we got so much more left in our show. We got this interview with Balisong Music talking about their music, talking about what they've been up to. Also talking to Ray Ray and Wolftown about their influences, sounds, and
Mhm.
also this live performance later.
Whew.
So keep it here, everybody. This is 95.5 Pinas FM. You are listening to Function Hall Radio.
Relationships change like the seasons. One day it's hot, next day it's so cold. Everything happens for a reason. You used to tell me that, now I believe it all. I wrote a 4-page letter for you, but I'm scared to send it to you. I just don't wanna fall back in love, 'cause you know I still miss you, you know I still care. The seconds and minutes and times that we shared, I still wish you were here. But I gotta let you know, boy, you shouldn't let me go. 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 Some people change like the seasons. Every day like the first day when I was with you. Us against the world and I believed it. Now I'm going through it knowing that it ain't true. Oh, I wrote a 4-page letter for you, but I'm scared to send it to you. I just don't wanna fall back in love, 'cause you know I still miss you, you know I still care. The seconds and minutes and times that we shared, I still wish you were here. But I gotta let you know, boy, you shouldn't let me go. 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 I weathered the storm, didn't tell nobody. Rain came pouring in waves like tsunami. Life moves fast when you ride like Bugatti. All of my own, didn't need you beside me. And I lied to myself, thinking that I needed you in my life. Stayed up every day and night, hoping I can make it right. 'Cause you know I still miss you, you know I still care. The seconds and minutes and times that we shared, I still wish you were here. But I gotta let you know, boy, you shouldn't let me go. 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 Let me go.
left a hole in his heart, about the size of a shotgun. You left the whole of a heart, so cold I ain't even got one. And we live and learn from love, from the good and bad, it's true. And I've lived and learned from love, most of all I've learned from you. From you. Yeah. I'm on a heartless horizon. 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 Yeah. I'm not alone anymore, 'cause it's myself I'm depending on. No tears anymore, 'cause baby I don't even got enough. And we live and learn from love, from the good and bad, it's true. And I've lived and learned from love, most of all I've learned from you. From you. Yeah. I'm on a heartless horizon. 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 Yeah.
All hits. All Pinoy. Then and now.
Number one and the only OPM radio station. 95.5 Pinas FM.
What's going on, everybody? You're listening to 95.5 Pinas FM. This is Function Hall Radio. This is still Gus.
This is still Josh.
And there was a little bit of a delay over there because all the way from Arizona, we are joined by Rae Rae and Wolftown from Balisong Musik. Hey.
Clap it up. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to Function Hall Radio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're joined by Rae Rae and Wolftown. Their group is called Balisong Musik. So the first question that we kind of want to start off with is, would you say fall into genre, or what would you say to the question, like what type of music that you guys make?
I guess majority of it is hip hop. I mean, the core of our group is based and rooted in hip hop. But, you know, we're not afraid to kind of genre bend and kind of expand our creativity. So, yeah, I'd say that'd be a good. That's pretty good, right?
Dope.
Okay, so I guess the question I had first in mind is, you know, while I was doing we was doing our research, and I saw that you guys had just been, it's only been like over a year, I think, that you guys have sort of gotten together. I want to kind of know the foundations of that. So what was the origins of you guys kind of connecting as artists?
You want to answer that?
Yeah. Okay. So we started. When was that? Yeah, about a year ago.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank
So I was really into music like 10 or so years ago, and then I kind of put it in the back to focus more on the dance.
Mm-hmm.
But there was always that kind of that void that I would always do music, but not as serious anymore. Like I used to perform a lot, but then I took a break to focus on my dancing. And then one day I was just like really having that collaboration itch. I was just like, where were we? We were just chilling somewhere. And then I just hit him up. It just like popped in my head. I was like, I want to collab with this guy because I've seen him perform at one of our open mics here at the Jukebox. And he's super talented. And I just wanted to collab with him. I hit him up on Instagram, I believe. And then I was like, hey, you want to make a song together? And then like right away, he was like, oh yeah, I got beats.
Yo.
And then the first beat that he sent me, I like fell in love with it right away. And then after that, we wrote to it. And then not really, it just ended up aligning that the next month was the Filipino American Heritage
Right.
Month.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we wrote our first, which is our first single called The Land.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
then,
dope song.
yeah, it was just like,
Super dope.
we didn't really plan to like, oh, let's make
Yeah,
a like
like
a
a group.
Filipino song, you
Right,
know?
yeah,
It just
that's-
ended up being like that. And then ever since we did that song, that was like the catalyst to everything. We were like, I think we should just name ourselves Balisong Music, because when we released that song, it was just under Ray Ray and Wolftown.
yeah.
That was going to be my question to you.
Yeah.
Like, did you, like, from Jump Street, were you like, hey, let's go make a group? Or was it really like you were saying out the Ray, like, you wanted to collaborate?
Yeah, it was just a collaboration.
Yeah, it was just a collaboration, but
Mhm.
I mean,
But it sounded good. It
it's-
sounded like there was like a natural.
did you make up the name or did I make it
You
up?
did.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
We're like, what should we call ourselves?
Yeah, we were like, oh, we should be a Balisong. I don't know, that word just kept popping up, and I was like thinking of a name,
Mhm.
because like what is a Balisong? It's a two blades inside one, and we kind of represent that because we're two people sharp as a blade, and we're kind of like a Balisong. It's kind of like what do you like it kind of surprises you when you
Yeah.
like play
Yeah,
around with it.
when you first look at it, it doesn't look like
Right.
It doesn't look
much,
like
It doesn't
right?
look like anything, and then you
Like
flip-
us, we just look like normal.
Yeah, we just look
Now
like
y'all look hella cool. I don't know that. Y'all see them? Yeah, you can catch them on our YouTube when we upload it. They look swaggy, like, legit.
But I love how it represents that. Like you
No, for
don't
real.
know what's in there until you whip it out.
Yeah,
Kind of like
beauty
how
on the
with our music.
Yeah, that's from the introduction.
That's
What's
from
the line?
introduction.
What's the line?
Beauty on the outside, blade on the inside.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm.
So that's kind of like our motto.
Mhm.
So I got a question. Because like Wolf, I've seen your Instagram. You got a Wu-Tang, and what RZA likes to talk about is the tongue is a sword.
Yeah.
So did that also come into mind? Because you're a Wu-Tang fan, like Balisong, you're a double-edged blade because you spit fire and that's your sword. Like, did that come into play at all?
Actually, no, but that's a good one.
You can have that free.
I'll have that
Free
one.
99.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm very like I'm a hip hop head.
Respect.
And like, I'm rooted in like golden age of hip hop.
Yeah.
I love Wu-Tang. I love like Mos Def,
Yeah.
Black Star, all
Yeah.
them guys, man. So I call Quest right here.
Respect.
So I'm like very
Rest in
I
peace,
always
5
pay
Dog.
homage to the OGs. So like that's kind of like where my core where my creativity comes from. It's from the OGs, and I always kind of like pay respect to them.
That's cool. Hey, Gus, man, we jumping straight into like the meat and potatoes too quick. You're supposed to ask the first question. I mean, so, right? Like, we usually ask, have you ever been to the Philippines? But we're not going to ask you that because both of you guys were born there, right?
Yes.
So, I guess the question, what do you think, Gus? Like, is the question, when was the last time you went? What was it like, or what? How you want to ask that, Gussie?
Yeah. I want to ask what first off, when did you guys like move to Arizona or even the United States? And another one is nagtatagalog ba kayo or Ilocano or Kapampangan or anything?
Yes. Okay. I was born in Manila, but I was raised in Cainta, Rizal. And then I came to the US when I was 13. And I haven't been back since, but I'm planning to go back after, the whole COVID.
When they let you back in.
When they let us back in. Right. And I do speak Tagalog. I understand a little bit of Kapampangan. My mom's from, where is she from? Capas Tarlac. And my dad is actually
Dope.
Ilocano, but I don't really understand or speak it.
I'm
but
with you, Ray.
Wolftown does.
Yes, I was born in Ilocos Norte, a city called Luwag. I'm from we call it. There's like barangays everywhere. I'm from Barangay 24. Hello, shout out Lola. all my cousinsins and all my titos over there. Basically, like I was raised there till I was 10. I moved here in 2006. I've lived in Arizona ever since, and yeah, like I've we always I've kept the roots, like my language, my mother tongue, um, fresh because we talk Ilocano at home, and then I have friends who speak Tagalog. I'm like okay at Tagalog. I have like an accent, like it comes out like, oh, he's
A little bit of an amboy
yeah,
here.
I'm
Oh,
like, he's
yeah.
Amber, but I can talk, I can speak, full length sentences, and I can understand you, but yeah, that's very important for me, like to just never forget um the language and the mother tongue, because that's how I keep connected to my culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
so
pretty awesome because in a lot of your music, you guys go back and forth into the mother tongue, and then back into English, and it's just seamless, right? I think that's beautiful because for the youth growing up, especially like I grew up in America, right? The most representation I ever had was when Apple Diap would spit in Tagalog on one of the Black Eyed Peas. He always had that one track, right?
yeah.
And so for me, like that was the only thing that I got, unless I was bumping Andrew E from yeah, not to date myself, my bad, but like legitimately, that was the only like Tagalog that I heard in music. So to hear you guys, just jump back and forth like it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like that's the like I want to say dope, but what it really is beautiful.
Yeah, when we were like, let's just go ham on this song, like
Yeah.
Tagalog, Ilocano, everything. When I was writing it, I would get really emotional, and then
Yeah.
like actually recording it and then performing it, I always get emotional. Just the sound of it, how it comes out of my mouth, it just like I feel like I'm rooted somewhere.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely one of our kind of like emotional songs that I really had to dig deep, and also like just bring everything together, like from my family's struggles and my struggles, and how we lived here in America, and all the things that we've kind of went through as a family, and that song is really my favorite song.
Mine
That's
too.
that's
Definitely is my
Barrier.
favorite.
Mine too.
Barriers?
Barriers, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good song. Man, nah, I'm gonna get too deep, guys. So should I just ask the question now? Just because it's gonna go deep, but we gotta ask the question because I found out
Yeah.
that they got
Go
one
ahead, go
open
ahead.
here now on this side of town, right?
Oh,
You guys
really?
know where I'm going?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
bro. So Jollibee, we looking at you, Gussie. Tell Jollibee right now. Tell Jollibee right now.
Hey, hold up. Let me look into the camera real
There you
quick.
go. Tell 'em,
Jollibee,
be honest.
we need the bag. We got Balisong Musik here repping. So we just gotta ask, what's the Jollibee order?
What's your order? Everybody got their order.
Bro, I always get a 2-piece Jolly Spaghetti Spicy Chicken Joy.
Respect.
Yeah, and peach mango pie, and a
Bang bang.
yum cheeseburger.
And a yum cheeseburger.
Yeah, and a pineapple.
How you stay so skinny,
Bro, I don't know. Okay, my metabolism is just like
That's crazy.
waking up. Every
I
time
eat one peach mango pie. I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
Bro, I can eat Jollibee, man. Just give me like a bucket, and I'll finish the whole thing by the night.
Respect. Dr. Ray, how about
All
you?
right. I'm about to disrespect a lot of people.
Ah!
I'm 3 months in. I'm vegetarian now.
No. I'm just kidding.
I'm
Respect.
sorry.
Respect.
No, but when you used to,
When you
When
used to.
I used to, chicken joy all the way with the gravy.
See,
Gotta have the gravy.
that's dope. All right, I gotta ask. I keep trying to find someone who remembers this. Anybody remember the banana langka pie?
Oh yeah.
See, all right, Dr. Ray. See, me and
Yeah.
Dr. Ray, we connect. We
You
that.
finally got
See,
one.
that's
Finally
still
got-
You
vegetarian.
finally got one.
It's still vegetarian.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
you good. I've been asking that every show, and everybody's like, "What?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, man. That thing goes." All right, my bad. Gussie, back to business. Let's get it. But Jollibee, we need you.
Yeah. Hey, we need the bag. So we got
We got you. See
got
all this table
vegetarian.
space, Jollibee?
you need lifetime supply.
that could be
That's what I'm
buckets of
saying.
chicken joy right there.
Balisong Music, presented by Jollibee.
Let's get it.
All right, about that. Go ahead, guys. Go on.
Now, I wanted to ask, I thought it was super interesting. I actually, you asked about the what is that, the banana langka thing, but I've been waiting for, others that also, my experience too. I came to America from the Philippines. I came to Chicago when I was like 10 years old. And I wanted to ask, since I think you guys have a really dope music taste, what was your music taste like in the Philippines, and how did that change once you came to America?
Good question.
That's good. I listen to a lot of OPM, obviously, like Parokya ni Edgar.
Yeah.
River
Guitarra.
Maya.
Yeah, like I like bands, rock bands like Hail. I listen to like what else?
Erase your heads.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
E-Heads,
yeah.
all day.
That's like oldie, But like,
at the range.
sorry, because my dad listens to it, so if he doesn't do it, it's old.
I guess someone just leave.
But it's classic
I'm gonna
and
leave.
it slaps. So
Okay, there you
I
go.
listen to it and I like jam out to it on the guitar with my dad. So, but definitely those type of. But I mean, at the age of 9, I was already listening to rap. Like Eminem, Salbakuta, Glock 9,
Yeah.
Francis Emma. I was introduced to all those guys.
Nice. My parents, well, my whole family is pretty musical, so I was exposed to a lot of Beatles, a lot of really not really hip hop, but mostly like Eagles.
Yes.
I'm about to expose my
Oh,
You
age.
Filipino.
yeah.
You Filipino. We the same. We're the
Yeah,
same.
exactly.
Like I'm listening to all of this and I'm like, yes, that's my childhood. Santana.
Yeah. But River Maya for sure. Bamboo and after Bamboo, I'm a diehard Rico Blanco fan. I love his
Oh.
songwriting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bamboo.
Yeah.
Bamboo.
Mhm.
So what got you guys into hip hop?
Hip hop guy right here.
Yeah, hip hop head.
Man, I've always like Eminem was like my very first like idol. Like I would like print out his lyrics
Whoa.
and when I was little, and I was just like memorize it, and I was like, dang, I could be a rapper, like I want to be like this guy. But I didn't really get into hip hop until like probably middle school.
Mhm.
And I started listening to like Lupe Fiasco.
Yes.
He was like I really studied him, like his word
cadence.
plays, cadence, his like the way he kind of like puts his words together, his flow, and like the meaning of his lyrics. It's very like I really fell in love with like poetry and hip hop. So
We miss you, Lupe. I'm just saying.
I know,
Lupe,
man.
we miss you. It's been too long, my G. How about
You
you?
just came
After
out
that?
with an album.
I know, but see what I'm saying? It ain't like how it was before.
Yeah,
It wasn't
it
like
ain't
Peach
Yeah,
Peach
yeah.
Fuzz Buzz, but
ain't-
beard on the way.
We need
Okay,
food
yeah.
and
It's
liquor.
no food and liquor,
We
but
need
I got you.
Well, my connection with hip hop is a little different. I'm more rooted to the dancing side of it.
Dope.
When I first moved here to Arizona, and you guys know it's it's predominantly white and like Mexicans, so the first got
Filipinos
here.
now.
Yeah, we
we're
got
growing.
Jollibee.
We got Jollibee now.
Jollibee.
But it was a culture shock like in high school, especially when I had lunch. I used to have lunch with my sister and my cousins, but then we switched and I was by myself. So I was like kind of like that emo depressed high school kid. But there was one time I stumbled upon this hallway and there was a bunch of just these Asian people, Filipinos breaking.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I got to get down with them because they look like me. I didn't see anyone that looked like me. I felt really by myself at the time. And so I went home and I just like went on, what was it before? Like Friendster. I'm really
MySpace.
exposing myself.
I'm with you. We in this together. Don't worry.
Those little gifs of like little animation of
Yeah.
windmills and everything. But I would look it up and I would just like try to mimic it. And then when I got my first like K-kick freeze, I went back in that hallway and I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm about to get down. And then after that, I was the first girl that they put down on their crew.
That's dope.
And yeah, so that's how my connection with hip hop is more into dance.
See, and I
That's
think
dope.
that's kind of what people forget about hip hop. I don't know. Maybe I'm dating myself also, right? It was like the five elements of hip hop always,
Exactly.
right?
Five elements.
Yeah.
And so, to know that you got into it not necessarily because you heard somebody spit, but because you saw the dance.
Mhm.
Because like I had friends growing up, they were the DJs, we got the beatboxers, and you got the MCs.
Yeah.
So that's really dope. So Author Ray, I did want to go into that, right? I know that we're a predominantly music show, but as you can see, we in Arizona, we here at the jukebox, the
Yeah.
dance studio. How did that come about? Like you're talking about, you just saw some kids in the hallway, kicking it in a cipher, and then all of a sudden you got a dance studio.
Right. I never imagined that would happening, you know. But me and my partner, it was her dream to own a dance studio.
Okay.
For me, my dream was like to become a rock star.
You will be.
Hey, we already are.
We in there.
We in there.
Yeah, but just hustle and like not wanting to compromise and not wanting to, live the life not feeling fulfilled. And art for us, like music and dance, and that's what fulfills us every day. Like when we would just to make rent before, we would work a 9 to 5 at like call centers, and it just would drain us, and we would still come back to the studio and teach, and it was just not working. But we just kept at it, and then until our students, like, we gained more and more students, and then now we're here 10 years later.
Respect.
Sana all.
Yeah. Thank you again for hosting us
Okay.
here in this beautiful studio.
That's dope.
And for those that don't know, what's the five elements of hip hop?
5 elements
Author
of
Ray,
hip hop.
teach him out there.
Right.
We got the original dance, which is breaking,
Breaking.
b-boy, b-girling. We have MCing, writing, graffiti, DJing. And then the 5th element is knowledge, actually. But right now, they also consider beatboxing as the 5th.
It's like KOS, bruh. The knowledge is self. I'm just getting into too much New York City. Hey, Gussie, can we do the speed round right quick? Because, my man Wolf right here, he's like Mr. Hip Hop, right? You remember what we did with Dre Boogie? We got to put him on the spot.
Yeah,
too.
let's
Get the survey.
Let's do it.
Go ahead. Gus.
You want the first one?
Oh my god.
No, go ahead. Do it. Run it.
Okay, let me do.
I'm gonna fail.
Wolf makes beats too, so I think I'm gonna go. We did MCs with Dre Boogie. I want to do. I want to do producers with Wolf. So I'm gonna
That's
do.
all you.
Man, this is a hard one. A Timbaland or Swizz Beats?
Timbaland.
Why?
Come on, man. Like,
I'm just asking. I'm not. Hey, man.
he's got hits after hits after hits. Come on, man. You can't tell me Cry Me a River wasn't a hit, or like
You're right. I mean, but
Oh, the-
Swizzy got Alicia though. I'm just putting it out there in the world.
yeah, but without Alicia, it's just Swiss.
You're right.
But Timbaland all day, man. And he's got a masterclass, man. So like,
You're right.
Yeah, Timbaland.
All right, let me. I got another one. Let's make it a little bit harder. Seems like that one was too easy for you, bro. Let's go. Just Blaze or Kanye West?
Blueprint battle.
God. Dude, that's a tough one. I think I'd still go with Yeezy, man, because he's just out of this world with his sound, man. All of his albums are mostly all of them are classic. I don't know if do you think Yeezus is a classic? I think there's a couple songs that are like
Yes.
dope.
Gus does. Gus from the Shy, so he's gonna say everything.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeezy touches.
but
No, I agree, right? Because like Just takes those samples. He takes a lot of horns,
Mhm.
and it's hard hitting and it's dope,
yeah.
especially if you got like if you got the right MCs on top of it. But what Yeezy continues to do for music is amazing, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember when 808s dropped, everyone's like,
yeah,
"What is this?"
exactly?
And then you look at music the next 5-6 years,
exactly,
and it's like, oh, it sounds like 808s.
yeah. He's a trendsetter basically. So that I'd go with Kanye any day.
All right, Gussie, one more.
But I miss the old
Dang,
Kanye.
just one more.
Primo.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do Okay, Dr. Dre or RZA.
Oh my gosh. What?
Yo, you wore a Wu-Tang shirt, my dude. So come on,
You
Wolf.
can't do that to me, man.
I have strong opinions on this, so I'm very interested.
My God.
Athray, what do you think? Before
Alright,
we'll let Wolf
all him.
let Wolf think.
That's all him.
I like these questions.
See, Dr. Dre is a legend, man. But I just feel like I'm more like connected to RZA's beats. You know, I kind of like cater to more of his sound more than Dr. Dre's, you know. But so I like RZA. Yeah, for me.
I mean, RZA did Kill Bill.
Exactly.
Like, that's the thing about RZA that
And-
people don't understand.
Yeah.
Come on, like
RZA's wild.
there's a lot of Asian influence in his beats. So it's if you've seen the show Wu-Tang American,
Yes.
it's
American
freaking dope.
Saga. Yeah, it's dope,
man.
bro.
So like,
Yep.
I mean, all the things that he's gone through and like how he makes his beats is his influence. It's
Yo, my
amazing.
bad. This ain't even for the show. This is for me, guys. My bad, dude. Have you ever read the Wu-Tang manual by RZA? It basically talks about the details of how they wrote Enter the 36 Chambers. It came out like you were a baby because it came out like
Dang.
13, 14 years
No
ago.
way.
It's not a long book. It has like the original writings of everybody's verses, and it talks about how Wu-Tang wrote music.
That's dope.
It's great. You should check it out.
should
That's
check
not
it
even for
out.
the show. That's just for me. That's for me.
Hey, can I do one more bonus one?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, this is probably for everybody. I think this one's for all the marbles. All right,
Okay.
DJ Premier or Jay Dilla.
Why? Why?
Jay, no hesitation, Jay Dilla.
Yes.
Oh wow.
No hesitation.
Donuts.
Man. He's a goat. Yeah, like I love his chops are just so different, you know, and he doesn't quantize. So it's like freaking that's freaking crazy how it Donuts is dope. All his other
Yeah.
instrumentals. And like I would actually look up Jay Dilla on like YouTube and I would spit on it. Like I would just practice my freestyle or like, you know, I just write to it. So
Rest in peace,
rest in
Dilla.
peace, Jay Dilla.
Rest in peace.
Dilla
Yeah.
dog. Yeah, man.
Okay, so we got so much more to talk about. We're still joined by Rae Rae and Wolftown of Balisong Musik. This is still Gus,
This is still Josh.
and you are tuned into 95.5 Pinas FM. This is Function Hall Radio.
I'm the biggest elephant in the room. Obviously elevated higher than the moon. You cannot deny this. Real, no disguise this. Brightest of lights, you're gonna need some visors.
Ain't nothing else like this. Gold like we mic this. Might just enlighten. Strike like we lightning. There you say what I can. I don't need no Viking. In the pressure keep me heightened. Don't let me catch you idling.
I am here, I am it, shining like a diamond. I am near, I am lit, you need to call a fireman. I cut as I spit, blood on my lip. I'm a thirst buster that you would wanna sip.
Who let me talk my Too many throws to slit. I keep it adequate. If I were you, I'd have quit. Can't let the moment slip. I empty out a clip. You in the error zone. You know you might get hit. Cut so deep like a Balisong. Squad runs deep. Everybody on. Beauty on the outside. Blade on the inside. Run these streets. We gon' let them know. Cut so deep like a Balisong. Squad runs deep. Everybody on. Beauty on the outside. Blade on the inside. Run these streets. We gon' let them know.
Splinter in your finger, I am small but I bite. Venomous tongue, I'm a viper when I write. Hungry for the dream, I'm eating like a fat man. Wanting it so bad, I'm fighting like the Pac-Man.
Strap like 2 Mac 10s, get what you lack in. Squad keep a stack, stretch them out like an accent. Double edged action, homie you can try. Sorry but you past tense, make him say goodbye.
Marty McFly, I'm traveling in time. Relevant in any tense, I'ma get mine. Tornado with my photo, I'll destroy you like a Frodo. See you at the meet and greet where you can take my photo.
Filipino, Gran Torino, hit him with the classics. Back in Arizona, heat anything you do, you can match it. I don't think they're ready for it. Either way, I'll let them have it. Skywalking like I talk, it call the shit a force of habit. Cut so deep like a Balisong. So I runs deep, everybody on. Beauty on the outside, blade on the inside. Run these streets, we gon' let them know. Cut so deep like a Balisong. Squad runs deep, everybody on. Beauty on the outside, blade on the inside. Run these streets, we gon' let them know. Cut so deep like a Balisong. Squad runs deep, everybody on. Beauty on the outside, blade on the inside. Run these streets, we gon' let them know. Cut so deep like a Balisong. Squad runs deep, everybody on. Beauty on the outside, blade on the inside. Run these streets, we gon' let them know. Roll up with my real ones. Ain't nobody else can hold it down like my real ones. Got love for my real ones. I don't need nobody else around but my real ones. Real ones, real ones, real ones, real ones. Ain't nobody else can hold it down like my real ones. Hey, it's for the ones before the come up. Walk through the pain right before we get to run up uphill. Through the valley we can start to see the sun up. My family ride with me, already got a one up. Hey, but you know who you are. Show me the light, know we shine like the stars. Kept me in the fight, gave me life from the start. Told me never lose sight, know it's right from the heart, eh. Look, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. It don't matter how we make it, we survive, eh. Working every minute, we provide. They keep underestimating, watch me thrive, yeah. I don't care what they say. I'm giving something that you can't replace. I keep it moving whatever it takes. Cause I got you with me, now we on the way. Roll up with my real ones. Ain't nobody else can hold it down like my real ones. Got love for my real ones. I don't need nobody else around but my real ones. Real ones, real ones, real ones, real ones. Ain't nobody else can hold it down like my real ones.
When I look at you, I feel I have a purpose. You by my side and inside my verses. Bring out my best even in the worst case. When I'm scared, you remind me of my brave face. In case some days you misplace your gaze, I will chase it back. I will save the day, cause I got your back. And I know you got mine. Every time you and mine, you and I will always rhyme. Hey, to the ones who've been rocking from the beginning, losing or winning. Ask me to jump, I ask how high. You ride for me, I'm ride or die. Through the lows and the highs, no need to ask why. Through the pains and the gains, ain't nothing that'll change.
Roll up with my real ones. Ain't nobody else can hold it down like my real ones. Got love for my real ones. I don't need nobody else around but my real ones. Real ones, real ones, real ones, real ones. Ain't nobody else can hold it down like my real ones. Roll up with my real ones. Ain't nobody else can hold it down like my real ones. Got love for my real ones. I don't need nobody else around but my real ones. Real ones, real ones, real ones, real ones. Ain't nobody else can hold it down like my real ones.
Unlimited local music.
Local music.
OPM hits.
Label your OPM playlist. 95.5 Pinas FM.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kamusta? You're to 95.5 Pinas FM. This is Function Hall Radio on the road. We're here at Jukebox Grounds all the way in Phoenix, Arizona. This is still Gus.
This is still Josh.
This is still Ray Ray.
This is still Wolftown.
Yay! That is Balisong Musik joining us. Only my better half is out there with them in person. I'm here stuck on the computer screen right here. So
You're still
I'm
bogey,
like, oh
bro.
man. I was telling them earlier, I got the IG filter right now. So whatever you guys are seeing, this is not the real stuff.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
All right, so I actually did want to ask. I've never been to Arizona. So not even just like as a Filipino, but as a person, American in general. What's it like living in Arizona?
It can get really, really, really hot.
Yes.
And then really, really, really cold.
Yes. It's nice though.
It's nice.
Yeah. But you just have to kind of bear the
summer heat.
The summer.
Isn't it funny, real quick, like Filipinos complaining about heat?
Our heat
it's
is
different.
It's different.
There are levels. There are levels,
There's
right?
levels, man.
Our
At least here
super
it's
dry heat.
dry heat. So you don't really sweat.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like
But you
You
can't
just
breathe.
burn.
you just boil
Just
inside.
burn and can't breathe.
Basically, you're boiling inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the Philippines, you're sweating like a lot. You have to take a shower 3 times a day. So thank God we don't have to do that here.
I mean, you could if you wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, and you get I get really brown when I'm out in the sun. I'm very sensitive to
I'm with you.
So like I get really dark.
I can get dark.
I was gonna ask. I've been to. So I was in Chicago. I used to live in Chicago, and then as a Filipino before, this is like the mid 2000s. Walang seafood city, walang Jollibee, walang ano. And then we moved to California. We got all those things. What's it like as a Filipino living in Arizona? Do you got everything that you need?
Well, it's definitely growing now. We just got Jollibee.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have the little mom and pop shops like Nanay's, and you just kind of have to search for it.
I mean, there's like the AZ International Store. There's
Yeah.
Lily's.
We have an Asian district now.
Yeah, we have an Asian district.
That was new.
Yes. So yeah, like I feel like it's
There's a lot more brown and
Yeah.
yellow people now. Here.
So would you say
Dope.
like to those in the Philippines who want to live the American dream, is Arizona a destination for them now? Yeah.
absolutely yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
a lot
nice
cheaper.
Yeah, and we got good cities here. Like we got
Your confidence went down.
No. I mean, like
You got.
it just depends on where you want to live.
Yeah.
It's like anywhere else, but
And it's like
You guys are
finding the
really
right
selling it
people.
right
yeah,
now.
and finding right.
Finding the right people.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
don't move here. We don't need it anymore.
Traffic is getting
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah,
but
traffic is getting bad.
It's not as bad as LA still.
Mhm.
I want to ask about your guys' like music process, because we haven't had like a duo like you guys that like just actively make music together. What's that process like? Like, who kicks off an idea first? Do you guys usually go by like Ate's bars and then like Wolf's beats first or something? Or how's that process really go like?
It's interchangeable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just kind of like in a moment
Uh-huh.
kind of thing. Whatever sparks at that moment, like whatever we like.
It starts off with the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always starts off with the beat, and then like we kind of collaborate on the idea,
Mm-hmm.
and then we kind of go off our way, separate ways, and kind of like have our own creative process, our
Uh-huh.
own writing process.
But we always compliment
Yeah,
each other's
yeah. Mhm.
bars.
Yes.
So are you guys like writing it together where you guys are, you haven't finished out the verse, but you're like, hey, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Do you want to jump off on the same thing? Or how does that work?
Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we write at the same time and kind of just like, oh, how you doing? And then that's how we wrote introduction.
Yeah,
we were going
introduction.
back
We
and
were
forth.
going back and forth.
Yeah, but sometimes we like sleep on it.
Mhm.
Like it'll take couple days.
Some days, yeah.
Yeah, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
So who usually, I know you guys might talk about subject matter and you guys just like really collaborate on that. You guys so far have been really, I would say your music really stands out to me just because of the pride and the subject matter. It's really very, I would say it's really concentrated, right? Were you guys really aware of that fact when you guys got together? Or was that something that just naturally developed?
We never really like I say, what's the word I'm looking for? We never like. I'm looking for a word. Like it came natural. There was like a flow to it.
It
Like
wasn't forced.
it wasn't forced.
Yeah.
That's the word, forced. We never forced
Dope.
it. When we wrote the land, we were like, okay, let's just rep on this track. And then when I heard his bar, it kind of like matched mine, and it was like we had a lot of moments of like synchronicity together. When we wrote Barriers, we were just like, okay, let's dig deep for this one.
Yeah.
And then like we would always just say, like, what do we want to convey emotion wise, and then we'll go off of that.
Right.
Like with Introduction, we were like, let's just freaking spit.
Yeah, let's be killers.
Yeah, let's just kill.
Yeah.
And then we did.
I did want to ask, because you guys first start off with the land. Like, one, that's a crazy first single. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna put that out there. Right? Like, usually the first single is like, okay, cool, I want everybody to jump in the club and be happy. But like that's like who we are, right? It's like it goes to your ugat, it goes to your root, right? Like when I heard that, I was like, man, there are bars and there are gems in there. And I wanted to ask you both about it because I think it's important, right? I was always scared to go back to the Philippines because I'm kind of chubby. You can see me on camera. It's all right. But I'm also brown, right? And,
You look skinny to me.
Yeah. Oh, you put that filter on me too, bro? You put that filter on me? No, but like I want to go into it a little bit more. So first I want to go to you, Wolf. Like your first bar. Can you spit that bar real quick? Do you remember it off the top?
This should come with no. What's the bar?
This should come with no surprise.
This should come with no surprise. Dang, I can't even remember.
Decolonize.
Wait, I can't remember my own words right now.
Man, I was trying to tee that one up.
Wait, I haven't rapped this song in so long. So
it's been 1 year,
dude. It's like, but we're constantly making music.
I'm just kidding.
I can look it up real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's get that.
We'll just cut this real quick. Yeah. We'll edit this.
No, because I think it's important. I think both your verses on the land are crazy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Go play it. So we playing this live in studio right now. One fire beat.
WLFTOWN.
Okay, yeah.
Here we are, repping for the culture that raised us. Set it off, feel the burn, hot to the taste, cause truth could hurt, but so does a lie. So I'm here to tell you that I'm proud that I'm brown.
Yeah.
Sometimes yellow, depending on the lens. So now I'm defensive, trying to make sense. While people cover up and change the color of their skin. Trying to change the narrative, brother, are you in?
Yo, check the melanin, Ilocano brethren.
That line.
For our better men, we fight it just to settle.
All right. Man, we might do like three live performances, like legit, even if y'all use your lyrics. But so first,
Tee that one
the
up.
melanin line, right? So I'm gonna ask both of you because I think it's important in our culture, right? This is the thing I was kind of talking about at the break. Like I think it's important to value your brownness, right? And that's in two different ways, like in the literal sense, but also in the figurative sense, because I know there's a stigma within our culture that you are lesser if you are brown. And I think just hearing both your verses. So what was your mindset, Wolf, when you wrote that first bar? Because like, as soon as I heard that first bar, I was like, I'm done. Like, we good. Like, this song gave me everything that I needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It's personal for me because like I've been bullied for it being darker skin, or like titos and titas are just like kind of backhand compliment, oh, you're so don't stay outside for too long, you'll get darker and stuff like that. So it was kind of like ever since I was little, and my brothers, they're like lighter than me. I'm like the dark one in the family, and my dad's like light. He's like Filipino Chinese looking.
Yeah.
And my mom's like too. So like I'm like pretty much I got all the melanin in the family. So that's kind of like I wanted to kind of break that stereotype um, that the Filipinos have on themselves back home, where like if you're darker, you're like less attractive, or you're like you're pangit,
Yeah.
or you're not good for a product or something like that. People
You
look,
can't be an artista.
yeah, you can't be an artista, and it's kind of like that's kind of like that's whack,
100%.
and I wanted to like um be a voice to people, Filipinos, or just anybody who's like have the darker complexion, to just have a voice and to just be proud of their own skin, and like be comfortable in it, and like yeah, like show people that hey, like there's nothing wrong with me, I'm just doing me, I'm just being me, I'm just being free, and that's kind of like my mindset when writing that line.
That's dope. And I want to ask you similarly, Ray, because like I like yours because it wasn't, judgmental, right? You could have just said, haha, I'm brown, like F all y'all who light skin. Like, that's probably gonna get cut. But you know what I mean? Like it wasn't judgmental. What you were saying is like, let me understand. Like, what is your mindset when you're writing that verse? Because I think it really does speak to a lot of young ones. Like if you guys perform that live in front of a whole bunch of young kids, I'd be like, y'all listen right now.
For me, like sometimes I'm in my line, I say that I'm brown, sometimes I'm yellow, I'm sometimes light skinned, sometimes I can get super dark too. I think it's important that we just take that whole narrative out the window.
I like that.
Like listen to my listen to my art, listen to what I have to say, rather than like shutting me out just because of the way I look, just because of my color. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like Filipinos, we have different shades, and we should embrace that. And just because you're dark doesn't mean you're any less. Just because you're light doesn't mean you're any better. I think a lot of the times, especially with the media, we shun like people because of the different shades, and it doesn't make any sense, because then you're robbing yourself of artistry because they look a certain way, and it's whack.
Yeah, and what I think is interesting about that is it's how different we are, which is what makes us all united, right? Because we're all these different shades because of colonization,
right?
Because so many people, like different parts of the Philippines are influenced by different cultures who came in,
exactly.
Right?
And that's the beauty of the Philippines. It's a melting pot. We came from Aitas, Mayans, it's different shades, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
our shades,
exactly.
Like,
yeah,
we're
right.
diverse.
Like you can put 3 Filipinos standing next to each other. They will look completely different, but yet they will all be authentically Filipino.
Right.
That's basically me and my brothers. We do not look alike at all. We all look like we're adopted.
You can come from the Chinese side, you can come from like the mountain side, and that's all beautiful. And when we all speak Tagalog,
it's united.
Beautiful.
That's dope. That's cool.
Ray, I wanted to piggyback off that, and I want to drop this gem on behalf of Ray, because she said that writing reveals the answer at the end, right? So I want to ask you, Ray, what are some of the best answers that your pen has taught you in terms of your writing?
Are we going deep? It depends for me.
My bad.
I can get in a mode where I'm just like free flowing, like not even really thinking about like what I want to convey. I'm just like flowing, and then not till after I reread it. Sometimes like when I re-listen to myself saying it, I'm like, I feel like it didn't really come from me necessarily. It's I don't know. It's like I'm summoning some other entity, because I just kind of I open up myself as a vessel to for, I don't know if it's like my ancestors or something deep like that, but sometimes I feel like it's just coming out, and it's just like it's my duty or to to let it go and not question it. So sometimes I hear, like, I have a verse: peace, love, respect, please a mind perplexed, puzzled by the struggle so hard to correct. When I was writing that, I'm just like, okay, I'm just flowing with it. And then I read it back and I hear myself back. I'm like, dang, this, I'm talking about what's happening right now, like with the struggles that we're all facing right now, especially like with just the world in general, and then I feel like because I'm opening myself up to what's real in my life, then it reveals itself rather than mirroring someone that I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like our music, it mirrors our real life ups and downs. So I think that's why it reveals itself in that way, because we're not trying to fake the fun.
Yeah.
No, I think that's what listeners will get out of your music, because I know that's what I got from your music. It's very authentic. It's who you guys are, right? Like you can talk, you can go fist in the air for the brown pride, in like barriers in the land, and then you can just get off and be like killer MCs on the introduction, right? And I think that's awesome, right? You're not trying to be something, you were just trying to be you.
Exactly.
I did, we'll stay deep for a little bit longer because I really need to ask about barriers, right? I talk about your writing process and where you were mentally when you wrote The Land, but when people listen to barriers, right? Because there's a lot of people who've come from the Philippines are now here. Some, like, I got family members who can't go back. They haven't been back to see their kids grow up because they can't, right? Because they're TNT. We all got family like that. But what is it that you're hoping that your listeners get from when they hear the song Barriers?
I guess, it's just the shared struggle that we all have as immigrants, to kind of like, we just wanted to kind of, what am I trying to say here? Like,
we getting too deep. My bad.
Yeah. I have to really think about it. I guess we wanted to really emphasize on our history and the history of Filipinos in America, and then kind of like tie that in with our own personal stories. With me, my writing process was, I really kind of wanted to, like, represent my culture, and also like speak my language, and to kind of like, so that way I want like the Ilocanos to understand what I'm saying, to understand what I'm going through, and like everybody else in the Philippines, to kind of like see the life, how different it is living in America, and how there, like, just because you're in America doesn't mean there isn't any struggle, there isn't any like what do you call that, like any challenges that you face, because like in the Philippines, it's very, life is hard, and I've lived through it, my family's lived through it, but it's different when we came here. It's a different type of challenge. I feel like it was more challenging growing up in America than growing up in the Philippines.
Interesting.
So I kind of wanted to highlight what my mom went through just to get us here to provide for us, and continue to provide to this day. So I wanted to like really pay homage to my parents' struggles and their achievements as well.
That's cool. That's really, shout outs to all the moms and dads, and to the titos, the titas, the lolos and lolas who came here as first generation, so that we can all have that better life, that better opportunity, right? Like they struggled a lot. It's funny, they struggled a lot so we can have these nice Apple Watches, right? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy to think. All right, Gussie. Before we get too deep, I need to ask the question, because our Filipino culture. If it's cool with you, I'm gonna ask the other question.
Yeah. Go, let's do it.
All right. So we're Filipino. one of the things that we do at every party, regardless, is we jump on karaoke. I know you guys are MCs. I know you guys are MCs and y'all want to be like, nah, I don't do that. But come on, we Filipino. Everybody has that song, right? Gus is the Bee Gees or Whitney Houston, right?
Yes, sir.
I haven't revealed mine
Not saying
yet.
I do it well, but
I mean, it don't. That's the whole thing, right? When we do karaoke, we all have that tito who's singing all the Engelbert Humperdinck and all of the Tom Jones, and you know, he doesn't sound good, but he's feeling it, right? So for you guys, let's go start. I'll let Wolf, because Wolf is the cool guy. I'll let him go second. Ate Rae, because me and you on that Eagles tip, like, what is the song when we at the function?
You'd be surprised, man.
My go-to is Alanis Morissette.
Which song? Which song?
You ought to know.
Yes.
Or hand in your pocket. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Or just once.
Yeah.
Who sang that? Yeah, my go-to is Alanis Morissette on the karaoke.
Respect. Well, that's a new one, guys. We don't got that. We don't have the divas. The
Yeah, that's
divas, the Whitneys and the Mariahs.
This is the Whitney guy.
Exclusive.
That's the diva.
My go-to is "Easy" by the Commodores.
Oh,
that's my go-to song. I always sing it. I always try to get
Sample.
That's why I'm easy.
Oh my god.
oh my gosh! Is there going to be a solo R&B album?
It's in the works.
You know, so I was like, yeah, whatever.
You know that beat, right? You know who sampled that? You know that song? Come on. Quiz. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Hey Ma, what's up?
What song was that?
That's,
I don't know, actually.
Oh, because he's too young. Yup.
I think I'm too young.
That's Dipset.
Oh,
Dipset.
okay.
Cameron and Dipset. Hey Ma.
Oh yeah, he did sample that. Okay, yeah. Okay. That's funny. I didn't know that.
See, they got good songs. I like theirs. I still don't know what mine is. So when I hit the karaoke, my wife always like, sing. I'm like, what song? Like, I think mine is probably A Whole New World, but I do both voices. Ain't nobody gonna hear that. You gotta get in the function if you want to hear that. But Gussie, have you heard it? Have you hung out with me to hear both?
Funny.
I have not. I have not heard both. I have not heard both.
It's a weird experience. I can't say it's good. It's just weird.
Would you say that it takes you to a whole new world, though?
It does. On a magic carpet ride.
On a magic carpet ride.
All right, go ahead, Gus. My bad.
All right. Okay, so we got one of our last questions that we always want to leave the audience with is for Rae Rae and WLFTOWN. Why should people listen to Balisong music?
Because we don't.
Wait, we got to send the follow-up then. Wait, hold on, Gus. I forgot one. He said that they dope, right? So before we get into why they should listen, when did you realize your dopeness, right? When was it that like you were like, all right, I'm dope now. I'm gonna put it. I know you're saying when you're listening to when you were spitting someone else's lyrics in Eminem, but when was it when you were like, you know what? I'm dope. We should put out this music.
I've had, because besides Balisong, like I've always made my own songs.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I don't know, like really started like taking it seriously around junior year. I released one song on SoundCloud and it popped off. I was like, oh, people like it. I should keep doing it.
Dope.
So I was like, that's dope. So
Cool.
Ever since then, I'm just like trying to be better each time. So yeah, man.
For me, well, I surround myself with like-minded artists, you know, dancers and musicians, and just like seeing my friends, my artist friends, like vibe out to it, then I know, because I respect their art. So for them to respect mine, then I trust it.
That's true. That also plays into mine.
All right, so why should people listen to you guys?
Say it again.
Because we don't.
That's gonna be the quote on social, right? It's gonna be Ate Rae's like dope jam, and then for Wolf, it's because we dope. We dope.
No, but
I think because we keep it real.
Yeah, we keep it real.
I feel like we really mirror our real life struggles, ups and downs, and I think people can relate to that.
I concur.
So I wanted to, man, that gets my train of thought going real quick. Not quite the deep end, hindi kailangan ng salbabida, but I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask, do you guys think that you guys write music as a form of like self-expression, or you guys are talking to yourself, or would you say that you guys are talking to, others or the listeners?
It depends. There are times when I feel like I'm just journaling, and there are times when I feel like I have a message to say, and sometimes I just write and then not even knowing that it's gonna be anything important, and then it becomes important. So for me, it depends. It's always different.
Same with me. Like most of it is like mood, what I feel like writing that day, or what kind of beat I want to start making that day. So it just all depends, really. And then I just hash out the details when, like, if I really like it, like I'll hash it out and like, okay, this is what I'll talk about. But it just depends. And sometimes, most of the time, it's like recently, it's been more catered to like other people. Like I'm talking to someone, talking to you or an audience.
Your girlfriend.
My girlfriend, yeah. So I've been on a
shout out, babes.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out,
There it is.
Sleeping right now, but it's all good. I see you in your dreams.
Here we go, R&B.
Wow, I told you.
R&B.
Yeah. R&B album dropping next summer. You got the
Late
exclusive
night.
on Function Hall.
Yeah, so man, you guys got to come up to the Bay. We would love to have you, but for now, tell everybody where they can stream your music at.
You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, well, basically everywhere, all the streaming platforms. You can search up Balisong Musik, or
With a
Balisong-
K.
With a K.
With a K. Yeah. And we got a new single that just came out this month called The Introduction. You should check it out. And it's got a music video on YouTube too. So
Follow us
Follow
on
us.
Instagram. Follow us on Kumu.
yes.
Oh, we got to get on that. We gonna jump on that
We gotta
Kumu
get on
vibe.
that Kumu.
Yeah.
We late, my
Coming
G.
up
Balisong Musik with a K
with a K.
on all social media platforms.
Dope. So that is Rae Rae and Wolftown from Balisong Musik. Remember that we're gonna have all of their information on all of our social medias. Kuya Josh, you want to hit them with that too?
Yeah, plug real quick. Twitter at The Function Hall, Facebook and Instagram Function Hall Radio. And you can catch the full-length interview with our beautiful, handsome, bulgy faces on our YouTube channel. There you go. I just keep adding more and more.
That's what
I'm gonna drop
you gotta give the people
effervescence.
what they want.
I'm going to drop the word effervescence one time. I don't know how, but I will.
So that does it for Function Hall Radio on the road. You're listening to 95.5 Pinas FM. This is still Gus.
This is still Josh.
This is still Rae Rae.
This is still Wolftown.
And you are tuned in to 95.5 Pinas FM. This is Function Hall Radio.
Here we are, repping for the culture that raised us. Set it off, feel the burn, hot to the taste. Cause truth could hurt, but so does a lie. So I'm here to tell you that I'm proud that I'm brown. Yo, sometimes yellow, depending on the lens. I'm not on defense, just trying to make sense. What people cover up and change the color of their skin. Trying to change the narrative, brother, are you in?
Yo, check the melanin, Ilocano brethren, moving for our betterment. We fighting just to settle in, rooted in the motherland. The struggle is a testament, enduring the impediments. We rose above so eloquent, had to get away to find a way to keep our legacy. Cause from our line of registry, promises filled ahead of me, bestow what they sow, reaping the fruits of labor. It don't matter what they label me, my skin they ain't afraid of. We're from the land where we sing, where we talk. We're from the land where we dance, We're from the land where we dance when we walk. We're from the land that makes us, what makes us.
Damaged self-image, people insecure. Package of bandages here with a cure. So much to be proud of, learn the history. Get rid of the doubts, cause that's the enemy. Fought so many wars just to be free. Yeah, here we are saying I'm afraid to be me. Honestly, it's easier said than done. But let's make it better, let's start now day one.
This shit come with no surprise. I color, they get colonized. A pacifist can pack a fist for freedom. We get organized. Aiming, normalizing truth that we hear normalized. See us on the rise, mama. We gon' be alright, be alright. Kissed by the sun, speaking with a silver tongue. Understanding where it's from, a voice that echoes through the slums. Cause the war's never done. I pray someday we overcome. And when my mama calls me home, telling me that we had won. We're from the land where we sing when we talk. We're from the land where we dance when we walk. We're from the land that makes us, what makes us. We're from the land where we sing when we talk. We're from the land where we dance when we walk. We're from the land that makes us, what makes us. We're from the land where we sing when we talk. We're from the land where we dance when we walk. We're from the land that makes us, what makes us. We're from the land where we sing when we talk. We're from the land where we dance when we walk. We're from the land that makes us, what makes us. I promise, one day we're gonna see. Look up on us. I pray you're hearing me, but be honest. Better days ahead of me. Tell me how it's gonna be. Hope it's right in front of me. Ay, wake up in the morning knowing everything is good, but the world got too much problems that I never understood. Now they put me in the box, the system always been obscure. I did love to spread the hate, but love has always been the cure. Every hour, night and day, see the world going spiral. More than IG posting, good intentions go viral. Fact of the matter is, the truth is gonna reveal that everything we need is right here, right here.
Guess it's safe to say we've never been in this place. Change our whole routine, got so much time we used to chase. The earth is fixing itself, all we have to do is stop. Give her room, let her breathe, give her a chance to restart. Change the whole perspective, see the opportunity. Turn it out to brighter, there's so much blessing to see. We'll ride it out together, connected from a distance. We'll make it out this tunnel, reclaim our existence.
I promise, one day we're gonna see. Look up on us. I pray you're hearing me, but be honest. Better days ahead of me. Tell me how it's gonna be. Hope it's right in front of me. I promise, one day we're gonna see. Look up on us. I pray you're hearing me. Every moment, yeah, we locking it down. For everybody fighting a war in the front, keeping us up from the ground. Face a battle we don't want, but listen, we in it now. You hearing this? No stimulus, cover my life's amount. I suppose a chance for us to grow. All that we consume can save or leave us all exposed. As time forever goes, well, hold on a minute. It's a marathon, run together till it's finished. Ayy.
Micro enemies got us on our knees, got us so closing doors, hoping, praying, pretty please. Bubble poking, trouble knocking, heroes risk their lives in scrubs in. Don't wait to crumble, to be humble. Don't want to end all, too much to gamble. We take so much, it's time for us to give. Let's look within and see what we can offer in the end.
I promise, one day we're gonna see. Look up on us. I pray you're hearing me, but be honest. Better days ahead of me. Tell me how it's gonna be. Hope it's right in front of me.
One day we're gonna see your promise. I pray you're hearing me.
All hits. All Pinoy. Then and now.
Number one and the only OPM radio station. 95.5 Pinas FM.
Welcome back, everybody. This is 95.5 Pinas FM. You are tuned into Function Hall Radio. This is Gus.
This is Josh.
And we just reached the end of our trip, Kuya Josh. Your trip out to Arizona. Back in the flesh, back here at home. Man, I actually really, really enjoyed that interview. I was a little nervous. I was like, man, they're all together. And I'm just like, out here at home, man. But I actually ended up being...
straight up, we missed you guys. Yeah, man, we missed you, bro. Like, it was cool though. I wish you were there. Like, it was a really, really cool experience, cool vibes. Thank you to WLFTOWN and Rae Rae. Rae Rae especially at the Rae Rae. You opened up your studio, let us shoot there. You made your studio the function hall for the night. We really appreciate that. Yeah,
thank you guys so much. Remember, check on all our social medias for all their music, all the links. Maybe they'll be on a 4-bar Friday sometime soon near you. So make sure to check them out. If you're one of our listeners and you guys are still here, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. It's been a heck of a year so far. This is our last guest for the year, but best believe 2021, we are coming at it with lots more stuff, man. But thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys. Remember I said we got something cooking in the next episode. So, Kuya Josh, I think they're gonna be ready for some stuff for us, man. But checking out. Make sure you guys stick around for this live performance by Balisong Musik. This is still Gus.
This is still Josh.
And this is 95.5 Pinas FM, Function Hall Radio.
If only you can see through my heart, you find a reason why I'm making it far. Through my people, had a story in box. Pull up to your block in every corner, every city we march. Harap sa nakpakitang gilas, let them know who you are. Paying homage to my mama, beating the system of laws. Raising 3 kids in America, took the chance to restart. With no priority lanes, the back and forth to Manila, didn't even know the remains. Hoping new life could fulfill us, finally here. Head up like we fear no colors, freedom reveal more force. Hope like can see no borders. Huray na rigat, ayaman kami lahat kakayanan. So when you stare at my table, that ay amin mangalan. Go ahead and pass me the cunning, brother, ain't letting you down. Carry the weight that you've been lifting just to get a pound. The struggle with more than patience, face up, no explanation. Basta Pinoy, oh God, you can never break us. Sabi nila hindi mo kaya, ngunit hindi nila alam. Kahit sa hirap may ligaya, ang para sa'yo'y nakaabang. Taas ng noo, walang susuko. Laksang ng noo, ipakita. Pawis sa dugo ay sakripisyo. Di ka nag-iisa, di nag-iisa.
No matter how high, no matter how tall, when my back's against the wall, I know what I'm fighting for. No matter how high, no matter how tall, when my back's against the wall, I know what I'm fighting for. No matter how high, no matter how tall, when my back's against the wall, I know what I'm fighting for. No matter how high, no matter how tall, when my back's against the wall, I know what I'm fighting for. Yeah.
As a kid, I couldn't understand it then. Why they gotta leave the land time and time again? Puzzle with missing pieces, I couldn't complete it, man. Buksan balikbayan boxes with empty promises in. Bitter, parang ang palaya, but I didn't know any better. Pampalaya pala, when wages ain't enough to raise your kids. Sacrifices had to be made in ways of this. If Brunei and Saudi Arabia had the money to pay, you can't deny if it paid the refrigerator full, no tuition, late for school. Ain't nothing I can do but hope and pray to see y'all soon. If it was heavy for me, gano kaya kabigat, gano kadaming ipon just for you and my to be back. All I had to do was live, but what you had to do was give up. So many birthdays and moments missed. What used to be a kiss, now traumas I have to dismiss. I'm sorry, this had to be your story, but I want you to see who I've become is your glory. Salamat sa sakripisyo nyo, patawad sa kung ano man naging bisyo ko. I realize everything I've gained is through your pain, but it was never in vain. Now your strength is ingrained.
No matter how tall, when my back's against the